I studied the daily routines of the healthiest people alive, and what I discovered will shock you. They don't diet, they don't obsess over exercise, and they definitely don't follow health trends. Instead, they do these 10 simple things every single day. What I found completely changed how I think about health. These people weren't spending hours in the gym or following complicated meal plans. They weren't taking dozens of supplements or constantly tracking their every move. Instead, they had mastered something far more powerful: consistency in the basics. Let me share Sarah's story. She's 67, has the energy of someone half her age, and hasn't been sick in over 3 years. When I asked her secret, she laughed and said, "I just do the boring stuff every day." That boring stuff, as it turns out, is anything but boring when you see the results. The first habit that every healthy person I studied shares is getting natural light within the first hour of waking up. Not through a window, not from their phone screen, but actual outdoor light hitting their eyes. Here's why this matters more than you think. Your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, is controlled by light exposure. When you get bright light early in the morning, you're essentially telling your body, this is when we're awake, this is when we're alert, and this is when we start our day. Mark, a 45-year-old teacher I interviewed, used to struggle with afternoon energy crashes and poor sleep. Then he started taking his morning coffee outside for just 10 minutes. Within 2 weeks, he was falling asleep easier and waking up naturally without an alarm. The science backs this up. Morning light exposure increases cortisol at the right time, improves mood, and sets you up for better sleep 14 to 16 hours later. Habit number 2 sounds almost too simple to matter, but it's the foundation everything else builds on. They drink water first thing in the morning, before coffee, before anything else. Your body has been fasting for 8 hours. You're naturally dehydrated. Yet most people reach for caffeine first, which is actually a diuretic. Healthy people understand that hydration is the foundation of energy, mental clarity, and proper digestion. Lisa, a busy mum of 3, told me she used to feel foggy and tired every morning until she started drinking a large glass of water immediately upon waking. It was like turning on a switch, she said. Suddenly I had clarity before my first cup of coffee. The research shows that even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, mood, and physical performance. Start your day by giving your body what it desperately needs: water. Here's where it gets interesting. Healthy people don't necessarily exercise more, they move more. There's a crucial difference. They've built movement into their day in ways that don't feel like exercise. Take David, a software engineer who sits at a desk all day. He doesn't go to the gym, but he takes the stairs, parks farther away, has walking meetings, and does bodyweight exercises while his coffee brews. He moves his body every single hour he's awake. The human body is designed to move regularly throughout the day, not sit for 8 hours and then do an intense workout. Healthy people understand this. They take movement snacks, 2 minutes of stretching, a quick walk around the block, some squats while waiting for dinner to cook. Research shows that breaking up prolonged sitting with just 2 minutes of light activity every hour can significantly improve metabolic health, reduce inflammation, and boost energy levels. Habit number 4. Revolutionize my understanding of nutrition. Healthy people don't focus on what they eat as much as when they eat. They naturally create an eating window, usually 10 to 12 hours, and then they fast for the remaining time. This isn't about strict intermittent fasting protocols. It's about giving your digestive system a break. Most healthy people I studied eat their first meal around 7 or 8 a.m. and finish eating by 6 or 7 p.m. That's it. Jennifer, a nurse who works night shifts, struggled with this until she realized she could create her own eating window based on her schedule. She eats her first meal at 2 p.m. and finishes by midnight. The key is consistency. When you give your body 12 to 14 hours without food, amazing things happen. Your insulin levels drop, your body starts burning stored fat for energy, and your digestive system gets to rest and repair. This isn't about restriction, it's about rhythm. Here's something that surprised me. Healthy people don't have less stress. They have better stress recovery. They've mastered the art of the stress reset, and it takes less than 5 minutes. Every healthy person I interviewed had some form of daily stress management practice. Not meditation retreats or hour-long yoga sessions, but simple daily practices that activate their parasympathetic nervous system, their rest and digest mode. For some, it's deep breathing for 2 minutes. For others, it's a short walk outside. Some practice gratitude, others do gentle stretching. The specific practice doesn't matter as much as the consistency. Tom, a high-pressure sales executive, told me he used to think stress management was for people who had time to spare. Then he started taking 3 deep breaths before every meeting. It sounds ridiculous, he said, but those 3 breaths changed everything. I'm calmer, I think clearer, and I make better decisions. Habit number 6 might be the most important for longevity. Healthy people prioritize social connection every single day. Not social media connection, but real, meaningful human interaction. This could be a phone call with a friend, a conversation with a neighbor, playing with their children, or simply having dinner with family without devices. They understand that humans are social creatures, and isolation is as harmful to health as smoking. The research is clear. People with strong social connections live longer, have better immune function, and lower rates of depression and anxiety. Yet, in our digital world, many people go days without meaningful face-to-face interaction. Maria, a retiree I interviewed, makes it a point to have at least one meaningful conversation every day. Sometimes it's with the cashier at the grocery store, she said. Sometimes it's a long call with my daughter. But every day I connect with another human being in a real way. Healthy people are lifelong learners, but not in the way you might think. They don't spend hours studying or taking courses. Instead, they have a daily learning moment, a few minutes where they expose their brain to something new. This could be reading a few pages of a book, listening to a podcast during their commute, or learning a new word. The key is consistency and curiosity. They understand that a growing brain is a healthy brain. Dr. Patricia, a retired physician, spends 10 minutes every morning reading about something completely outside her field. Yesterday, I learned about bee communication, she told me. Today, I'm reading about jazz history. It keeps my mind flexible and curious. Neuroplasticity research shows that learning new things throughout life helps maintain cognitive function and may protect against age-related mental decline. This habit might sound soft, but the science behind it is rock solid. Healthy people practice gratitude daily, and it literally rewires their brain for positivity and resilience. It doesn't have to be complicated. Some write in a gratitude journal, others simply think of 3 things they're grateful for while brushing their teeth. The practice takes less than 2 minutes but has profound effects on mental and physical health. Research shows that regular gratitude practice improves sleep quality, boosts immune function, reduces inflammation, and increases life satisfaction. It's like a daily vitamin for your mental health. Robert, a construction worker, was skeptical when his wife suggested gratitude practice. I thought it was touchy-feely nonsense, he admitted. But after a month of thinking about 3 good things from my day before bed, I was sleeping better and feeling more positive about everything. Healthy people are masters of preparation. They don't rely on willpower or motivation. They set themselves up for success through simple preparation rituals. This might mean laying out workout clothes the night before, prepping vegetables on Sunday for the week, or keeping healthy snacks in their car. They understand that when you're tired, stressed, or busy, you'll default to whatever is easiest. The key is making healthy choices the easy choices. When Sarah meal preps on Sunday, she's not just preparing food, she's preparing for success all week long. When Michael puts his running shoes by the bed, he's removing the friction from his morning routine. Small preparation rituals eliminate decision fatigue and make healthy choices automatic. It's not about perfection, it's about making the right choice the obvious choice. The final habit ties everything together. Healthy people have an evening wind-down routine that prepares their body and mind for restorative sleep. This isn't about perfect sleep hygiene. It's about creating a transition from day to night. This might be dimming lights an hour before bed, putting devices away, taking a warm shower, or reading a few pages of a book. The specific activities matter less than the consistency and the signal it sends to your body that it's time to rest. Quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's when your body repairs, your brain detoxifies, and your immune system strengthens. Everything else depends on this foundation. These 10 habits aren't revolutionary because they're complex, class. They're revolutionary because they're simple, sustainable, and they work. The healthiest people I studied didn't do everything perfectly, but they did these basics consistently. Start with one habit, master it for a week, then add another. Your future self will thank you. If this video helped you understand what truly healthy people do differently, please like this video and subscribe to HealthProLife. Your support means everything to us and helps us continue sharing practical wellness strategies that make a real difference in people's lives. Which habit will you start with today?